with your brand. Now this is something, because I want to try to give people some info while I got you on here. Well, we got you on here. And appreciate you for coming on here.
Right.
And
it was mandatory.
There you go.
Hey, let's go.
How did you able to get Hoodlamb started? What were some of the avenues you had to go through? Like, what were some of the, like, even what you was telling us with certain shirt materials and stuff like that?
Right.
Certain, like, how has your experience been with that? And how could somebody potentially wanting to start a clothing brand get involved with something like that?
Man, everything starts now with research, man, which is, in this age, information age, it's right at your fingertips. Mm-hmm. There's really no reason to be ignorant in anything unless you just choosing to do that. And, I was actually reading a book by Damon John from Shark Tank. It's FUBU, started FUBU. Yeah, and The Power Broke. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things he said within that book is, like, a lot of times we don't do things because we're waiting. We think we got to have all these
have everything
ducks in a row to make it happen.
Do it. Yeah.
But he was like, do what you can. It's things that you can do exactly where you at. But you got to have that heart to want to do it. You got to have that drive to want to do it. You got to have that dedication to want to do it. Yeah, so, and he mentioned the story. He met a guy in Vegas that was asking him to hook him up with some rap guys. He's like, "Can you hook me up with some rap guys? I'm trying to be a rapper and all that." And he's like, "Yeah." So they stand out in front of the hotel. And the guy had like a Lambo pulled up. And Damon John was like, "Who calls that?" He's like, "This is my car." He was like, "How'd you afford a Lambo?" And he was like, "Oh, I have a T-shirt business." And he told him the model of his T-shirt business, which is drop shipping model, which is what I use. He like, I have a company. I came up with design. I have a company. They print it out. I don't have to keep anything in stock. You know what I'm saying? It's pay as you go. And I was like, man, that sounds interesting. That's kind of what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So looking for information. Buying books is just trying to learning about money, making money, and mistakes, success stories, and all that stuff, research. And I found that drop shipping method, and then I just put it into action, man. And wow, he was like, this really wasn't as hard as when this was in my mind.
I'm probably thinking, man, I gotta have the clothes.
Right. Brand, I got to buy all this material up front.
I can come up with my logo, these designs, and give them to a company, and
they can be over.
Handle my work for me.
Right, and it's print on demand. So they don't have a whole lot of stuff. That's why I was worried about overhead, because that's what kills a lot of business.
Overhead.
We jump in over our head.
Yep.
And don't really count all the costs, and you're dependent on the community and others to support you. But if that don't come right away, you got them bills.
Break it down for us, for the listeners. Like, what is overhead?
Overhead is everything you got to pay to keep your business going.
On top of other stuff, like say with this barbershop. Okay, you got the shop and everything. Okay, what happens if the chairs start breaking down? What happens if something in the structure with the wall and the electricity, something happens with that? Like, those are the things you have to think about outside of just the normal expense. It's almost like we move into an apartment. You move into an apartment, okay, this is my rent and this is this, but when they add on these sewage fees and all this other stuff, trash fees and this and that, it's really gonna be this price. So that's what you gotta look out for.
So, I see the logo on mine and the logo on yours. What was the inspiration behind the design?
Honestly, man, I just reach out to a guy on Fiverr. That's what I'm saying. Everything's
a guy on who?
Fiverr.
Okay.
Fiverr.
And what is that exactly?
It's a site for independent contractors. So pretty much anything you want to do. You
need
logos.
Somebody can create logos and stuff for you.
If you was still spitting, and I don't know if you might still be doing it.
He still got bars?
Yeah, you still got some
bars. I always got bars.
Hit us on 16 real quick.
You can find a producer. You can find an editor. You can find anything you want for a very reasonable price.
Reasonable, yeah.
And so I found the guy. I probably paid like $30, $40, man. He sent me several designs. Yeah. I was supposed to choose one. I said, give me all of them. Give me all of them. I want to take everything you just said.
So all you had to do was pay $30, $40 for the design.
Right.
You get that. You trademark that design, and boom, it's yours. You can run with it.
Right.
Yeah. And how was the process of getting everything trademarked and stamped so it can be yours actually?
Now, that's the tough part, because you have to do the research. Yeah, because it's always somebody similar already in business, so you have to make certain adjustments.
That's why we changed the name.
And there's that money up front for that. So that's another thing, policy of waiting on that. But everything can be done. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You know, and that's what I like about what you guys. Well, we started we pick a side, and then you just navigate it
We was on Zoom
seamlessly.
during
And
COVID.
you've been with
It's
us since day
mandatory.
one, sir.
Yeah, man.
We
You know,
appreciate that.
well,
First
you got-
official sponsor.
Yes, sir.
If you like what you saw, like, subscribe, comment, and share to your social media accounts.